like it.
Great.
No, I'm only kidding. We do have a few safety protocols to go before we begin our trip today. First being the no smoking or vaping is allowed here on the dock as we're sitting on about 40 gallons of fuel. Now next, can anyone locate the emergency exits for me?
All the windows.
All the windows,
You guys got
yes.
it. Front, back, side to side, and the ceiling here. Anywhere you don't see one of these steel green beams, maybe hit one, just try again. Now about these green beams, though, please keep yourself inside them as we'll be coming close to rocks and trees on today's tour. Now please remain seated for today's tour, and lastly I'm going to go over our life jackets here. Now in our over 77 years of operation here at the docks, we've never had to use one of these, and I don't plan on being the first today. But in the unlikely event we do, you're going to simply put this over your head, wrap this black strap around your ear, and you'll be able to float the Wisconsin River. We have 23 adult life vests above your heads and child life vests right here. Now lastly, before we set off, who is on their very first duck ride today?
Everybody.
Well guys, don't worry. It's my first time too.
Okay.
Awesome. You got a rookie. Hey, ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome aboard the amphibious duck New Britain. My name is Kirk and I'll be your pilot and alligator wrangler on the next 8.5 mile long journey on land, water, and if we're lucky, maybe a little in the air. Now the first point of interest on today's tour is going to be these hand-carved granite statues on the other side of the dock. These statues once stayed aboard the Chicago Building of Trade until 1932, when that building was redecorated by a stick of dynamite. These statues were then brought to the Wisconsin Dells area by Miss Helen Robb to decorate the grounds of her home, Dawn Manor. Now please keep Dawn Manor and these statues in the back of your minds as they will come up again later in the tour. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, folks, is don't take these statues for granted.
Yeah, we're gonna go in the water. Yeah, I don't know.
Now, a few facts about the duck you're riding on today. New Britain was built all the way back in 1942 by General Motors in Pontiac, Michigan for a price of just $10,000. Used in World War II and the Korean War to transport troops and supplies to shore. Equipped with 4- and 6-wheel drive, coming in at 32 feet long, 8 feet 2 inches wide, 9 feet tall, and a slim and slender 7.5 tons. Kind of reminding me of my ex-girlfriend. Now, New Britain is capable of 10 to 11 knots on water, 45 miles an hour on land, and just the other day hit a personal record of 250 miles an hour right off the edge of this cliff. Did we lose anybody back there?
No.
Now, if at any point on today's tour you do feel yourself slipping out the side of the dock, please do yourself a favor and take somebody with you. Because I am not required to turn around for just one. you do see any wildlife on today's tour, please do your best to point it out, and I'll try and slow down so we can all get a good look. Now, on the rare occasion we do not see any wildlife on today's tour, I'll do the next best thing, take off my mic and hand it to this guy right here, where he's going to tell us all about his wildlife. Now, oh, we do have our first wildlife setting off on the left-hand side of the duck. Can everybody see that over there? Off on the left-hand side? Actually looks like a baby.
What happened?
A baby stop sign. So cute, aren't they? Oh, would you look at that? Those baby stop signs grow up so fast. Now, if everybody could please observe these danger signs on either side of the duck as we're about to enter what is considered the most dangerous part of today's tour, the S-turns. Now, us duck drivers like to take these turns pretty fast, and per new DOT regulations, I am required to have you guys reach underneath those seats. You're going to locate the red seat belts, click them above your waist, and they'll be right on our tour here. You guys see those red seat belts there?
No.
Yeah, that's how we find out who's really been in a duck tour or not. And just like that, we've descended into beautiful Ferndale. Now, you may have noticed a temperature drop down here in Ferndale, and that is for two reasons. The first reason is this lush canopy of trees atop the dock, which blocks out most of the sunlight. And the second reason is these sandstone cliffs, which locks in moisture, acting as a natural air conditioner. It can be anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees cooler down here in Ferndale than anywhere else in Wisconsin Dells. So I guess that makes you guys the coolest people in the Dells. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pacific Ocean. I know it's a little small in person, I know. Now, in all reality, it can get a little bumpy as we enter the Wisconsin River. So with your left arm, you can brace that scene in front of you. And with your right, plug your nose.
I did.
And just like that, folks, we're about to follow the Wisconsin River. I have just disengaged our wheels, and if you look to either side of the dock, you can see those wheels sinking to the bottom.
Oh God.
Now you may have noticed a brown color to the water today, and this is not due to pollution. It is actually due to tannic acid in the water. Now you may be thinking tannic acid sounds pretty harmful, but this is not the case, as it is perfectly natural and found in many things we consume on a daily basis. From tea, coffee, Coca-Cola, and even my personal favorite, a bottle of Jack Daniels. I finished right before this tour.
Ikaw malalaglag.
Look at all those stairs and rocks. Wonder how many years it took for this, like all of that to be rolled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wave at the people.
Now up on our left, this mushroom-shaped rock is our first rock formation known as Pulpits Rock. Now there's a little story that goes along with it. In the early 1800s, a traveling preacher would sit atop that rock delivering sermons to the Native Americans in their canoes below. Now he was pretty boring and they soon fell asleep and floated right down the river. So he went into town and bought a baby grand piano to entertain them a little more. But one day during a storm, a bolt of lightning hit that rock, splitting it in half, and sent the piano off to the right-hand side where it still lies today. Leg propped up against the rock and keys facing the heavens.